Hello everybody, today we'll be talking about the anatomy of an overhyped product. What exactly makes a product overhyped? What strategies do brands introduce to try to increase demand for said overhyped product? And what we can do to learn to identify this type of product. Many of you are probably already familiar with this specific type of product, the product that everybody goes absolutely bonkers over but doesn't necessarily live up to the expectations. Sometimes an overhyped product comes along by chance. Other times, in my opinion, it's a little bit more intentional. Today, we'll be talking about different factors that you can use to identify said overhyped product, why an overhyped product becomes overhyped, and what you can do to make sure that your collection is built up of things that live up to your expectations. Now, the very first way a product can become overhyped quite quickly is because of influencer culture. We are all familiar with PR, with the idea of sending influencers free product in hopes that they will feature it in a post or in a video or at least use it. And whenever you have a really large brand with a big budget allocated towards specifically PR, and whenever you see them basically send out a whole bunch of makeup, you have a lot of influencers receiving makeup at pretty much the same time, and it creates very quickly a snowball effect. You have influencers who receive the product who, as quickly as they can, start to make videos about it, start to talk about it, and basically feature it in as much content as they can, because if you've received PR in many ways, I think that you want to basically call out that, hey, I've received this PR. You can watch me to get all the newest information you need about this particular product. Let me tell you this and that. Let me show you how to use this product. Let me give you this tutorial or this get ready with me in which I try out this product. Watch me, like my videos, watch my content, watch my channel, subscribe. And let's just say you have a whole bunch of people doing this. It instantly forces the viewer to basically be the recipient of a whole bunch of content featuring this particular product. I myself have been a part of this. Whenever a new palette comes out, you guys know that I like to do a video inspired by it, or I like to do a redesign. And I don't necessarily buy new makeup releases, but I still add to the conversation about this said makeup release. So whenever you have a lot of people talking about it, that is a recipe to make a product overhyped, especially if it's average or even above average. You will have a product in that kind of situation become really, really hyped, and in many cases overhyped. The next way that a product can become overhyped is because of packaging. Now, this is actually something that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I don't like how packaging can sway a lot of people's reviews, and I'm not talking about every single person on this platform, but some people that I watch, they dedicate a lot of screen time to talking about packaging, and I would say that their reviews are really centered around both the product and the packaging, but in some cases, packaging can sway somebody's opinion. And whenever you have like really cute packaging and something that's really unique, something that's really funny, even like a really interesting theme, that can really suck people in, and that can be the cause of people really wanting to buy or try the product. Say you are a big influencer or an influencer of any size and you are getting PR. You will automatically find yourself noticing or at least gravitating towards something that's the most eye-catching or something that looks the most interesting. And in many ways, packaging is a great way for brands to draw people in, to draw both consumers and influencers in, because brands know that we are hit with so much product every single day, whether it be in tangible form or whether it be by way of the internet. We are definitely exposed to a whole bunch of makeup every single day, and brands know this, so brands want to make sure that their packaging is really eye-catching, in some ways really unique, and that is a way for a product to become overhyped, because once you factor in packaging and once you factor in exposure, it can really have, again, that snowball effect, and it can really compel people to talk about a product more. And I do think that an example of this type of, I would say, marketing would be Too Faced. Too Faced has, for a long time, done really, I'd say, unique packaging. They always come out with unique concepts. Too Faced was really the brand that I think popularized the entire idea of attaching a certain theme to a collection or to a product and really pushing that theme to make the product seem a little bit more unique. Too Faced's Chocolate Soleil Bronzer is just one of those examples. Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, if you actually look at the formula, it's pretty decent. It's actually pretty great, but I think that one of the things that really made that bronzer so popular when it launched was the fact that it was chocolate scented. Same thing with the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes or the chocolate bonbons palettes. The mania that really arose from those palettes was in large part, in my opinion, due to the fact that the packaging was so interesting, the theme was so out of the ordinary for that time, and the scent was there. So you had people open it up in PR, you had people open it up in reviews, smell it, be like, yes, it's chocolate scented, show the packaging, and then talk about the product inside. So when you're looking at a product that is getting a lot of attention, a lot of this might very well be because of the fact that the brand has decided to make the packaging look really unique, really interesting, to make the theme look really eye-catching, or to add a scent. Yes, the formula might be pretty good, but at the same time, the brand is using a mix of the formula and the packaging to really draw you in. The next factor that can very well lead or become a part of an overhyped product is the price. Now, I'm talking about a price that is both really, really inexpensive or really, really expensive. There are three brands that I think are great examples of this sort of thing. Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath Labs, and Viseart. Again, these are just three brands, but these are three of the more popular brands that also happen to release really expensive eyeshadow palettes. Natasha Denona several years ago launched her pretty sizable palettes with a price tag of over $200. Instantly, this product became one that was very lusted after because people really liked the colors and people wanted to know just why this product was so expensive. They wanted to know why Natasha Denona felt the need to basically slap on such a high price tag, and instantly people started thinking, well, if this is so expensive, maybe this is a truly revolutionary product and maybe I should try and get it. Of course, this is not everyone's mentality. Some people literally did not buy that palette because they did not want to get it because it was so expensive, but the price of that palette really did help make Natasha Denona a brand that everybody was talking about at the time, and I think it still plays a role in why Natasha Denona is so popular. Yes, they come out with pretty great products that everybody seems to like, but I think that the price tag is one of the reasons that their brand is so hyped. Pat McGrath Labs, I think, is a slightly different example because Pat McGrath Labs really pushes the exclusivity of their products, but they also can match that with with the fact that their formula, their eyeshadow formula, and their formulas in general actually are formulas that everybody really, really, really goes head over heels over. I mean, not everybody, but you all get my point. So with, say, the Pat McGrath Labs eyeshadow palettes, you have a combination of a good color story, a really noteworthy formula, great packaging, and a price tag. All four of these factors contribute to the desirability of the Pat McGrath Labs products. Now, Viseart is the last example that I want to mention for this specific point, and what's really interesting about Viseart is that the price tag is so high, and the formula, some people like it, some people don't like it, but the packaging is really not the best. And somehow Viseart, when they first started becoming super popular, were able to maintain this really hyped status. And I think a lot of it was because of the price tag. Because everybody looked at the colors, everybody looked at the number of eyeshadows that you were getting in a palette, and everybody was looking at the packaging and the price tag. And I really truly feel like people were thinking, okay, so if it looks like this and this is what you're getting, maybe the formula is the real reason it's so expensive. Now, I have never tried any of these three brands, so what I'm saying is purely speculation, but I have seen a lot of people speak a great deal about these three brands, and a lot of people have a lot of different opinions. I will say the appeal of these three brands is in part due to the fact that their price tag is so significant. They can go another way. If a product is super, super inexpensive, then it can also become really overhyped as well. Let's talk about, for example, the Wet n Wild blushes. And also, let's also talk about the Milani blushes, right? These two products were in their day and still now really, really hyped. In some cases, overhyped. Both of these products were able to support this sense of overhyping with good formulas and with really beautiful colors. Milani has consistently been a brand that I really do like, specifically because of their blushes and other reasons, of course, but they have really beautiful colors, really beautiful formulas, and a really inexpensive price tag. Wet n Wild has really pretty colors and a really inexpensive price tag. Their blushes go for $2.99. That is nothing, and yet the formula is so beautiful, and that just compels, I feel, a lot of people to really hype those blushes up to a significant degree because the formula is so great, the price is so inexpensive, and naturally this is a winning combination, and it compels a lot of people to start talking about the product and the brand in general. I also think that timing has a lot to do with what makes a product overhyped. Let's talk specifically about holiday makeup collections. I think that Lauren May Beauty actually did a really great job of talking about holiday collections in one of her recent videos, and I think that video is titled something along the lines of Holiday 2018 Makeup Products, Where Are They Now? And I think that video did a great job of really explaining how sometimes when you have holiday makeup releases, they can get so very hyped up, but 6 months down the line, nobody really talks about them anymore. An example would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. This is a product that was very, very hyped when it first came out during the holiday season. I made it very clear at the time that I did not like it because it was essentially, in my opinion, a very boring looking palette. A lot of other people felt the same way, but nevertheless, the Sultry palette was hyped up to the extreme. I think that a lot of it had to do with the fact that the packaging was so beautiful, the PR kits were so amazing, the product seemed to really, really be of good quality, and the timing was impeccable. The Sultry palette launched right at the time when everyone was in full 21st century holiday consumerism mania. And people were just really talking about it. People really found it super appealing. It was just the right thing to really hit home for Anastasia Beverly Hills customers and for everybody else to talk about, because Anastasia Beverly Hills is a pretty, I would say, powerful brand in the makeup industry. So literally anything that they launch will get a lot of hype. But let's think for a moment about what would have happened if that palette was launched, say, around springtime. I don't think it would have gotten nearly the amount of coverage or the amount of attention that it did, because it truly was a perfect launch at a perfect time. Also, there's a reason that right now we have so many people talking about body shimmers or highlights or just bronzing products. We are just finishing up the summer months, so naturally people are going to be really interested in seeing glowy, bronzy products. Brands do know this, and they're able to strategically plan out how and when they're going to be launching certain items so as to meet the, I would say, expectations and to meet the desires and needs of anybody who would be interested in buying the product. The next factor that plays a huge role in exactly why certain items become really overhyped would be marketing. And this is a very broad, I would say, topic, and I covered a little bit when I talked about influencer marketing earlier in this video, but I'm talking specifically about advertising in the form of ads, campaigns, etc. There are so many really talented makeup artists in the industry that do a great job of taking certain products, whether it be skincare, hair care, makeup products, and really making them look absolutely amazing in advertising, in editorial campaigns. And that already adds fuel to the ever-growing flame of an overhyped product. Because once you have influencer marketing, once you have interesting packaging, once you have something that's really like marketable about a product, you're able to really push that in an advertising campaign. And through advertising and through certain campaigns, brands are able to strategically make the consumer believe that purchasing or acquiring the product that they're selling will lead to you accomplishing something greater, whether that be acquiring something that everybody is already getting really hyped up about, or just using this product to make you look a little bit more attractive, or using this product to satisfy a certain itch or a certain need that you might have to acquire something like this. Something that's quite different about influencer marketing or PR is that once a brand sends out a product, they are not necessarily in control, or not as much in control of exactly how this product might be perceived or might be implemented by an influencer or consumer. But through advertising, through campaigns, and through these editorials, the brands are able to be in full control of exactly how a product would be perceived. Whatever purpose this product is meant to fulfill, brands are able to latch onto that and use advertising as a way to promote that. And with that, that is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know your thoughts, your feedback down below if you have any. Do you have any specific things that you look for to identify an overhyped product? And if you do identify an overhyped product, are you more or less inclined to purchase that product? I'm actually really interested to hear your thoughts as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.